Greetings, good people. It's Friday. What the Friday? Hey, what the Friday? It's Friday. 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 Happy Friday, everybody. It is September the 30th. The year is 2022, right? And I'm back for another episode of the WTF show. For those of you who are new here and maybe wondering what the heck is the WTF show? WTF stands for What the Friday, and it's just basically a weekly segment that I had on my channel since the beginning of this channel in 2019. I brought it back, and it's just where I give like my lighthearted commentary on the past week or the current week's social media and pop culture shenanigans. Okay, all of that is in the description. So on today's lineup, okay, we have NeNe Leakes. She's being sued. Wendy Williams got an update. Karisha Winfrey. Everybody is going crazy because Karisha in an interview said that she wanted to be the next black Oprah. Okay, B.SIMONE and Danileigh are going back and forth. I've had time to sit and think, and I think I know what this all is. I'm leaning more towards this being a publicity stunt, right? A lot of these entertainers, they stage these little tiffs and riffs and beefs. You never know what's real these days. And also, I'm going to touch on CARDI B versus Akbar. Oh my God, I don't even understand why that exists. Anyway, as you're coming in, please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. That is your way of paying your admission fee, okay? Drop down in the comments throughout the broadcast and share your thoughts. All respectful thoughts and opinions are warmly welcome. And I also want to give a shout out to all of the new subscribers. Y'all, we are at 14.6K. Okay, so the channel is growing. I'm working on being a lot more consistent. Okay, shout out to my new royal family members, and shout out to the OG triple OGs, my regulars, my regular OG A1 day one royal family members. All right, now that church announcements are over, I like to get straight into it. Now, you guys know Wendy Williams is my girl, and this may sound repetitive to some of you. The very first video that I dropped on this channel, March of 2019, was Wendy Williams admitting that she has been living in a sober house, okay? I grew up listening to Wendy Williams. She is my fellow Jersey girl. Shout out to Jersey, 973 all day. And I like to keep up to date with all things Wendy, okay? This is very sad to see Wendy Williams declining as she is getting older. All right, it's unfortunate. Some of you don't like her, and that's fine, but she is someone that is a part of my growing up, and I was looking forward to seeing Wendy, you know, go out with style and grace. And this is just a tragic story. So if you are not aware, earlier this week it was reported that Wendy Williams checked into a not earlier this week. Early this week, it was reported that Wendy Williams was doing much better. She checked into rehab about last week or so, and Wendy, has not given an official statement to the press. It's all being reported through sources. Y'all already know how that goes. So OK Magazine is saying that a friend of Wendy Williams reveals that, you know, Wendy Williams is showing clear signs of recovery compared to her concerning state of health weeks before checking into the facility. Now, I did post a video talking about Wendy Williams back in rehab. Now, you guys know that people have been promoting this Wendy Williams Experience podcast, and you know, Wendy Williams is supposed to come back with a bang. There's Instagram pages that were created around this Wendy Williams Experience podcast. The Wendy watchers are eating it up and just promotion. There's photos being taken, but when we see Wendy Williams like live and in living color, she's not looking well. The pictures are not matching up with what we see live video tape. Did I just age myself? Videotape. Y'all know what I mean. People pull out the cellular mobile devices, you know, and start recording Wendy. Wendy Williams sat on an interview with TMZ and them, and it's just not matching up, okay? So it seems like that there is this effort to get Wendy Williams back on track so that she can get back into media. Do I think it's a good idea? Nope. I think that her health is way more important. I think that she should be taking care of herself, taking care of her family, mending relationships, I guess, making sure that her son is emotionally okay. So I think that that's way more important than a Wendy Williams Experience podcast. I would love if Wendy was in her right frame of mind for Wendy to shift into the podcast space, but not if it's going to be a disaster. And although a lot of people would love to see Wendy Williams make even more of a fool of herself, I'm not interested. Not on TV, not on radio, not on the street, going to the liquor store. It's okay if Wendy Williams just kind of goes off the grid for a very, very, very long time, get her finances in order, get her health in order, get her relationships in order, because who is this quote unquote friend that's reporting on Wendy Williams? Wendy Williams ain't got no friends, to be honest with you, and that's no shade, but she has always said that she chose her career and her work over having friends. And the friends that she did have, one passed away, two actually passed away. If you know, you know. And it seems like she kind of separated herself from most people that she was once close with. So I don't know who this quote unquote friend is. It could be a family member disguising themselves as a friend. So this particular source goes on to say, I can tell you that she's getting much better. She's gotten much better and she's stronger. She's more understandable and more intelligible than she was. She is still at the facility. She has not left, but she is doing very well. All of this sounds very rehearsed, and I don't know if I believe it. I hope that Wendy Williams is in a facility. She has the finances and the means to have access to the best doctors, right, and the best care. So hopefully she will take full advantage of that. And I hope that her finances and everything is all situated. We haven't heard much from this new manager that she has. We don't see much of him or hear much from him. So who knows what's going on? So I don't know. I'm hoping that Wendy Williams has people around her that actually care and really want to see her be better and be well. Every time I hear an update about Wendy Williams, I just don't have a good feeling. And it's not that I'm giving up hope, but I just don't have a good feeling because this just seems like a story that we have seen play out many times. But listen, God's hand can turn any way at any time. So I'm just going to continue to pray for Wendy Williams. Okay. So I'm wishing her nothing but the best, but I really would like to see her go off the grid completely and no updates on Wendy, nothing. Just do your thing, Wendy. All right. Up next, NeNe Leakes. All right. So she is in the news this week because, according to the Jasmine brand, NeNe Leakes was served with legal papers outside of her $1.8 million ATL condo. And this is over an alleged $1,000 debt. Now, listen, I know we live in a litigious society and people are happy to sue you at the drop of a dime. You get a lawsuit, everybody gets a lawsuit. But over $1,000? Now, NeNe is saying that this photographer who is suing her, NeNe is saying that she never worked with her. She don't know her, okay? So the article reads, let's get to the good part. According to court documents obtained by Radar Online, the company Photography by Ace LLC filed a statement of claim against NeNe Leakes and her business, the Lanithia Lounge in Gwinnett County Court. In the legal documents, Photography by Ace said that NeNe and her club had been invoiced along with sent reminders in an attempt to collect payments for work done. The company claims that it had contacted the defendants on multiple occasions via email requesting payment to be made. Photography by Ace said the reality star has been refusing payment and, quote, no longer is communicating on this matter, end quote. I could totally see NeNe saying right now, who said, now how did I get in it? Who said that? I wish I had that meme. Anyway, continuing on with the article, the company said that NeNe Leakes claimed the photographer had never worked for her or her lounge and that she has never paid the photographer in the past for any services. However, the photographer wrote in her filing, I have complete invoices that show otherwise. Okay, so NeNe's child, they say you lying, sis. The photographer attached 2 invoices that were addressed to NeNe. The first invoice was for $500 and listed work done on October 30th and 31st in 2021 for a brunch and a Falcons Halloween party. The second invoice of $500 was for work done on November 12th and 13th of 2021, which brings the total to $1,000. According to reports, the case was filed on July 7th and NeNe was served with the legal documents days later. The process server said that they waited for NeNe when she returned home from her her $1.8 million condo, which she purchased 2 months after her husband Greg's death. Now, Jasmine Brand, whoever wrote this, y'all shady for incorporating that, because what are you trying to insinuate? But anyway, the server said that they approached NeNe as she exited her blue 2020 Rolls Royce. So the process server said that, I delivered the documents to NeNe Leakes with identity confirmed by subject saying yes when named. Meaning they said NeNe, and she turned around and said yes. Bam, you're served. The individual accepted service with direct delivery. Okay, so she ain't trying to run away from the envelope or the process server, or ask, what are you doing here? She accepted the letter. So weeks before the lawsuit was filed, the photographer posted 2 photos of NeNe Leakes with her new boyfriend, Knight, whatever his name is, at her lounge. The photographer also posted a photo with NeNe inside the Lenithia lounge on September 25th, 2021. Reportedly, NeNe thought that she was taking a photo with a fan, with the caption reading, "Closing out my birthday on a high note. Thank you at NeNe Leakes for this amazing photo. You rock." Now hold on, sister. Photography lady with the camera lady. NeNe was under the impression that you were a fan taking a photo. You captioned it like you were a fan taking a photo. You didn't tag your photography page or your business page. But then again, invoices can be made up overnight on a computer, on a laptop, right? I don't know. The lawsuit comes as NeNe Leakes dismissed her own lawsuit against Bravo and Andy Cohen over discrimination from federal court. So you guys know that they settled. I think that NeNe got paid, behind the scenes, and they settled out of court with that Bravo situation. But what do you guys think? Now, this is NeNe done allegedly got sued by her boyfriend's wife. Remember that? Remember when NeNe's current boyfriend's wife, because he's still legally married, filed a lawsuit? Or no, they got divorced. Did they get divorced? And then she decided to sue NeNe, saying that NeNe was the reason they got divorced. I don't remember. It was a mess. That was a while back. I'm sure one of you will correct me in the comments for sure. But I don't know, NeNe. All these lawsuits, sis, NeNe probably don't even care. If this woman can provide hard down proof when they go to court and the judge deems that NeNe definitely owes this money, it's $1,000. NeNe wears more than $1,000 on her feet. Okay, but I think it's the principle. Invoices definitely can be made up at any time by anyone. So I guess the judge would have to authenticate these invoices. And if they are fake, ma'am, I hope NeNe calls you out and blasts you. She might get publicity, because that's what people do these days. They do stupid-ish to get publicity for themselves and their business, and sometimes it actually works. But we shall see. All right, who is up next on this list? Oh, here we go, y'all. Here we go with the we're just warming up with the shenanigans, and now we're cooking with grease. I know you may be wondering, who in the is this? This is Karisha. This is Karisha Winfrey. Let me tell you something. Karisha had the interwebs on fire this week, and I was cackling right along with a lot of y'all. This was funny to me. Some people took offense to it. I can understand why, but I didn't. I didn't take offense to this at all. So Young Miami, who is one half of the rap group City Girls, you guys know that she has her Karisha Please podcast on the Revolt Network. 6 episodes in, she's doing very well. She's nominated for a BET award. The BET Hip Hop Awards actually aired next week. Anyway, So during her interview with, I think it was Double XL magazine, she stated that, she wanted to be like a Wendy Williams. She wanted to be the next Black Oprah. Okay. Everybody got offended, and she actually did a good job with like making fun of herself. She went onto Twitter and said Black Oprah, and she kept tweeting the next Black Oprah. I think, I can't speak for anybody. I can only assume she meant like she wanted to be like a hood Oprah, a ghetto Oprah, because I'm pretty sure Karisha and everybody knows that Oprah is Black. Now, you guys know that over the years, a lot of people have said that Oprah's Black card has been revoked. I don't know if we could revoke Oprah's Black card. I get it. I understand. She's done some questionable things. A lot of y'all don't like. I understand. I get it. I totally get it. Okay. Oprah is a journalist. She is a reporter. So some interviews that she does or have done in the past may not have been favorable to the Black community. Okay. And I get it. Okay. But Oprah has to remain unbiased. That's rule number 1 in journalism. Remain unbiased. Or is it? Yeah, it is remain unbiased, right? Anyway. I think that she this was lighthearted because her personality is very lighthearted, outgoing, and fun. So to the people who were offended, you choose to be offended. That's your choice. I thought this was freaking hilarious. And I thought that the picture combining Oprah and Karisha's face is hilarious. Of course, the lane that Karisha is in is befitting for her personality, befitting for her fan base, befitting for her lifestyle. Okay. As far as interviewing people, I think that is why she mentioned Oprah. But is Karisha going to be out here interviewing white supremacists or hate groups? Probably not. But listen, you never know. Stranger things have happened, right? So just leave Karisha alone, child. Let her have her fun. She is young. She is hardworking. She is enjoying herself. She got her sugar daddy. This is the life that she wants to live. Now, the argument that a lot of people have about her disrespecting Oprah, I get it, because there's no way, in my opinion, that Karisha or Young Miami can discredit all of the blood, sweat, tears, experience that Oprah has put into the media game. Oprah is a household name. She's a brand. Oprah is the epitome of having influence. Like, that's real influence right there, especially when she was in her prime. Oprah has influence. So I don't think that there's anything that, no offense, Young Miami, that Young Miami could say that could discredit all of the years of tenure that Oprah has amassed. I don't. I think it's all fun. And I would be tickled pink if Oprah actually knew who Young Miami was. I would be tickled pink, because then it'd be like, okay, Oprah, you actually, okay, you got your ear to the streets. She knows who Sherry Shepherd is. No shade, Young Miami. She sent Sherry Shepherd a big bouquet of flowers. Did y'all see Sherry Shepherd dragging those flowers out in that radio flyer wagon, dressed like Oprah? Remember when Oprah drug her fat all out on the, okay, maybe not. Some of y'all may be a little younger than me. That's okay. If you know, you know. But Karisha, continue doing your thing, child. And you can't discredit what Oprah. I thought this was hilarious. This is freaking hilarious to me. Absolutely hilarious. All right, let's move on from Karisha. Who is up next? Oh, boy. This story was really weird and funny. And then I thought about it. This could all be a publicity stunt. All right. So, B.SIMONE, who you see pictured on the left by herself, is a cast member on the sketch comedy show, or improv show, I should say, Wildin' Out. Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out, right? Come to find out, B.SIMONE said that she's not getting paid. She's volunteering. Whatever, it's still her job. That's none of my business. On the right, you see the baby, and Danileigh. Okay, the baby and Danileigh, they have a child together. Okay, Danileigh was disrespected by the baby. It was all over social media because everybody wants to press go live on Instagram instead of keeping stuff that go on in your household in your household. They're no longer together. So Danileigh made an appearance on Wildin' Out. Danileigh claims that her people requested that B.SIMONE not be on that episode and not film the same day that she, Danileigh, appears on Wildin' Out. Why? Little bit of backstory. Danileigh and B.SIMONE kind of have beef. B.SIMONE had a crush on the baby, probably still does, had a crush on the baby. And I think B.SIMONE wrote a diss track. I didn't listen because I refused, about Danileigh. And Danileigh claims that, B.SIMONE was in the baby's DMs trying to holler at him when they were together. But some people say they weren't together. Okay, here's the thing. There's a whole lot going on with this. First of all, I blame whoever the producers, showrunners, booking agents, whoever books the talent. I have a problem with them. And here's why. Although whether B.SIMONE is getting paid to be on Wildin' Out or not, it's still her quote unquote job, right? She makes appearances. She says she does it for the exposure. And I'm sure she has a fun because that show is funny, right? It's a fun show. So in my opinion, B.SIMONE has tenure. So you mean to tell me you're going to push your employee to the side for Danileigh for what? First of all, who the hell is she? But whatever. This goes to show you that regardless if you are an independent contractor, if you're self-employed, or if you are a contracted employee, 9 to 5 working employee, sometimes your employer shows that they don't give a F about you. I think that this is embarrassing. B.SIMONE went on to Tamron Hall and said that, she's going to extend grace to Danileigh and said that she's immature, basically saying she don't know no better. And she says, I know you guys think that that's a publicist's answer, but I don't even have a publicist. I would play the clip, but I just thought about it. I don't want Auntie Tamron Hall to ding my channel. Okay, it's all over social media. And yes, although that was a graceful and cute answer, I don't know how I feel about Wildin' Out, telling B.SIMONE, look, you sit this one out. We're going to let Danileigh come on and film. I don't know. And then Danileigh got onto social media with her tears, and I was just over it. So let's take a look and a listen at what Danileigh had to say. All right, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, why would the guests get preferential treatment over the people who are part of the cast? That's quite embarrassing. I don't know. We'll see how this plays out.
So the situation, I just feel like, okay, from the jump, it was never a demand. I don't know why the blogs are seeding it out to put it out that I demanded B.SIMONE not to be on Wildin' Out. Wasn't the case. Wildin' Out asked me. I love Wildin' Out shows. I always supported Nick. I've always supported the comedians on the show. So, me and B.SIMONE are not cool. So my team asked if it's cool if she doesn't do the episode that I do. Respectfully. It was never anything to be like, I'm a diva, I thought it'd be more mature to have us not sitting next to each other on a show, making it mad awkward and uncomfortable. I'm protecting my peace, I'm protecting my heart on the situation. It wasn't petty. She was actually there, so I'm sure she got paid. It wasn't to take away money from nobody's pocket. It was just, why would we say, I didn't know you wanted, I didn't know, I don't know. So, yeah. Recently, she just did a whole diss song about me. I didn't say nothing about it. I seen text messages between him and her. I didn't say nothing about it. And that's what it was. That's it. I'm handling the situation maturely because I feel like I'm not saying anything. I'm just doing me. And she on a TV interview talking about trying to make this a whole whatever, and it just is what it is. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. I feel like I'm working really, really hard right now. I'm on tour. I'm tired. I'm taking time away from my baby to like just trying to like just work and just do what I got.
Whatever, girl. I don't care. See, this person said, I didn't even see this comment. This person said, y'all need to be mad at Wild and Out. Honestly, they took their own person off to make an outsider happy. Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. And some people say that she has a point. We just don't see her perspective. Here's the thing. You said your team asked that she not film and not be there because y'all not cool. Sweetheart, you are on a show that you're being a guest on a show that she's a staple on. Number one, you either deal with it. You know how many times in show business, I'm pretty sure, you're in the entertainment field. You know how many times you're going to come across people that you don't really care for? But you most likely will have to work with them. You don't have to do anything, but y'all know what I mean. That's number one. Number two, you have the option to not be on the show. Obviously, there was some benefit for you to be on the show, so why couldn't you suck it? What did you think B.SIMONE was going to do? I don't know. I do feel like Wild 'N Out kind of dropped the ball, and she says that she was there and she's sure she got paid. Are you throwing shade? Because B.SIMONE did say that she doesn't get paid. I don't know if I believe that. Then I sat with this. So I didn't jump on this story when it first came out. And I said, this could be publicity for the both of them. Like she said, she's on tour and whatever else she got going on. B.SIMONE's podcast just started back up again. And she recently had Zoe on there from, he used to be on Wild 'N Out. He's a media personality, YouTuber as well. I Am Zoe. So he was on there. So this could be publicity for her podcast. It could be publicity for a lot of things. These days, a lot of these artists and entertainers stage beefs and they stage stuff. So you don't know what's real or what's fake. But for the sake of the argument, let's just say that this is a real thing. Who do you think dropped the ball, I guess? Or who are you looking at sideways? I'm looking at Wild 'N Out sideways. Because for them to tell B.SIMONE, hey, don't show up. Or DANILEIGH doesn't want to film with you. I mean, was she there? Was she not there? I don't know. Like I said, on the Tamron Hall show, B.SIMONE was there and she said that, she's not that mature. So we're going to have grace for her and move forward. That was a great answer. And let's not play that. That was a great answer. And again, part of me thinks this is a publicity stunt and part of me thinks that this is just absolutely ridiculous. I get it. B.SIMONE, you was in her man's DMs, but he ain't with neither one of y'all. I don't know. DANILEIGH, she gets on my nerves. Like, she really irritates me. I don't really report on her like that. And I just think this whole situation was handled poorly. And for your team to make the request that B.SIMONE not be on the show leads me to believe that you obviously feel like you have some pull. And I'm pretty sure they got that request from you. So you saying that you didn't mean to be a diva and then you throwing your team under the bus. Stand 10 toes down and say that you had your team request, or you don't think it was a good idea and you made the request for her not to be on there. Don't throw your team under the bus, goofy. Oh, God, I'm so sick of these little bickering beefs. Anyway, who's up next, y'all? Oh, Lord. I wasn't going to do it, y'all. I steered clear of this topic all week. Okay, CARDI B and Akbar. But I decided to use this headline. CARDI B, after getting into a back and forth with Akbar V. Yes, Akbar V, Kandi Burruss Tucker's cousin, who she barely claims. After her back and forth with Akbar V, CARDI B was posting some things on her social media, and these were one of the things. And she revealed that, she lost a multi-million-dollar deal with Call of Duty, the video game, due to her court cases, So she advised people, like, look, don't be stupid. Don't be foolish. She said part of growing up and maturing is being accountable for your actions. She said, as a mother, it's a practice that I am trying to instill in my children. But the example starts with me. I've made some bad decisions in my past that I am not afraid to face and own up to. These moments don't define me, and they are not reflective of who I am now. I'm looking forward to moving past this situation with my family and friends and getting back to the things that I love the most, the music and my fans. And that was in reference to her recent court case. You know that she was sentenced to 15 days of community service for pleading guilty to being involved in an altercation at a bar. Put it that way. She also posted to her Twitter, "My stupid decisions from the past caused me to miss out on money now. I had a multi-million-dollar Call of Duty deal on the table that I couldn't take because of court. Guys, think twice about those quick decisions. Lesson learned." Now, again, this was after she got into a back and forth with Akbar V. Akbar V is the perfect example of what I've been talking about for a long time when I touch on female rap beef. Akbar V is the perfect example of female rap beef not being lucrative for the female who is in the beef. Akbar V could be the poster child for that. She has written diss tracks about Alexis Sky. You guys remember when she got into it with Alexis Sky and she said the most horrible things about Alexis Sky and Alexis Sky's daughter. Who else was she beefing with? Light Skin Keisha. They were beefing on the show when Akbar was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Akbar was recently featured on Nicki Minaj's Super Freaky Girl remix. And Candy Burris, who is her cousin from Housewives of Atlanta, actually, posted that on her Instagram. I thought that was so interesting on her stories. So I'm wondering, why are you not posting this recent diss track that Akbar V put out for Cardi B? They went back and forth and they were hurling insults at them. And I'm not gonna, to me, I don't pick sides when it comes to stuff like that. You say something that's insulting to someone, they say something back, and y'all go back and forth. Some people may think, oh, that's below the belt. Listen, okay, whatever, I guess if y'all hurling insults, I mean, the objective is to hurt the other person with the most disparaging thing, right? Cardi, what? I just want to know what. Maybe Cardi does this for fun, because when I saw that she was beefing with Akbar V, I'm like, what? Why? Whatever. But Akbar V, she takes the opportunity to act like she's this huge, mafia boss. I don't know, this persona that she has is absolutely ridiculous. And what's funny also is that Akbar V was on the Bruise soundtrack, which is the soundtrack for the movie with Halle Berry, Bruise, that Cardi B was in charge of producing on the music side, and she put together quite a few females on this soundtrack. And Akbar V, this was Akbar V's big break, in my opinion. Akbar V has put out many projects. I've reported on her years back, talking about some of her songs and her attitude and the things that she says in the media and the beefs that she picks with people. And she's a poster child for female beefing as a female rapper. It's not lucrative for her. And she put out this diss track. She did all of this to put out this diss track against Cardi, and I hope that Cardi does not respond, because there's no reason to. There's no benefit. Akbar V she's oh my God, I can't even believe this. She is her own worst enemy, and she has been her own worst enemy since we've been introduced to her via reality television. She is her own worst, and she has no one to blame. She doesn't really move smart. She's not liked or respected by a lot of people in Atlanta. When she was hurling insults at Cardi, she was talking about other people's business, dry snitching. It's just all bad. And again, I've said it, I'm going to say it again. Female rap beef is not lucrative usually it's not lucrative for the female. In all the years that I've been a lover of the culture of hip hop, I haven't seen beefing like how the men do be lucrative for any of the women in hip hop. I'm just saying. So Akbar V, she's not she's not that smart when it comes to this music game thing. As far as her skill level, she has potential. I just think that she needs to be mentored, and I think that she needs to get out of her own way if she takes this seriously. It is a little bit pathetic, as old as grown as she is, groveling and begging, and you should be independent and doing your own thing and having confidence in yourself, but not riding off the coattails of anybody else. But whatever, Akbar, you do what you do, girl. Here it is. It's 2022 and you're being talked about and you're trending. Her Twitter page was suspended. She got a new Twitter page and she's still going at Cardi. Her song is not doing great, of course, because it wasn't smart the way she did it. It's just all bad. So good luck, Akbar V. Good luck. Okay. I wonder why Candy isn't sharing her new diss track. Anyway, that's all I got. Ain't got no more. Hope you guys have a fantastic Friday and an even more fantastic weekend. Hope you have a safe weekend. So this concludes this episode of the WTF show. Usually I'm here every Friday. As far as time's concerned, we still trying to iron that out, child. Listen, life be lifing, okay? So I get on here when I can, all right? So yes, this is a pre-recorded video and the chat was live. So for those of you who are catching the replay, drop down in the comments and share your thoughts. And you still have time to pay your admission fee by hitting that like button. Share the video if you care. I'm signing off, y'all. I love you for watching. As always, until next time. Peace.